in order to do this first section, you definitely need your unit circle in front of you. And in fact, we want to be looking at the back side, the special graphs part. Okay, so it should look like this. Okay, there's 3 different types of shapes that we can make today. The first shape is called a cardioid. It looks like, we'll call that a peach. It looks like a peach there. We could have a limacon without an inner loop. So that means it looks like that, but the difference is it doesn't touch the center. Okay, the cardioid goes all the way to the center. This one doesn't. Or you could have a limacon with an inner loop where it kind of overlaps here in the middle. Okay, so one of those 3 shapes are what we're going to deal with today. All of the equations look pretty much the same. It's going to be something plus or minus something times sine or cosine. Okay, what we're going to start off by doing is categorizing. And in order to categorize, we need to look at these numbers in front and the number in front of the cosine or the sine. Okay, we're going to look at those values and compare them. One of 3 things is going to happen with them. They're either going to be equal, like this first one, a cardioid. If they're equal to each other, it's a cardioid. It's A and A. It's the same value. That number in front could be bigger than the other one. Then it becomes a limacon without an inner loop, or it could be less than that one, and it would be with an inner loop. Okay, a little bit confusing, but let's talk about it. Looking at number 1, it says R equals 3 plus 2 cosine of theta. So these are the 2 numbers we're looking at. I don't really care if they're plus or minus. We're just looking at that value here. I guess the first one would matter, but the second one doesn't. So 3 plus 2, which number are they equal? Are 3 and 2 equal to each other? No, so it is not a cardioid. It's not 3 equals, or 3 plus or minus 3. It is not a cardioid. So that means one of 2 things is true. Either 3 is bigger than 2, or 3 is less than 2. Which is true? 3 is greater than or less than 2? Greater than. That makes this one a limacon without a loop. Okay, so it's going to look like that shape there. We're just doing a simple categorization of each. Let's look at the next one. R equals 1 plus 3 sine theta. Okay, so my 2 numbers are 1 and 3. What is true about 1 and 3? Is 1 greater than 3, less than 3, or equal to 3? Less than. So it's not a cardioid again. It's either A is greater than B or A is less than B. That one, A is less than B. It's a limacon with an inner loop. So I'm just going to write limacon with a loop. Make sense here? Let's look at the last one on that top row. It says 1 plus cosine theta. So what 2 numbers? Well, the first number is obvious. It's a 1. What number is in front of cosine theta? It's a 1. So what's true when those 2 numbers are equal to each other? It's a cardioid. So that means it's going to touch the center when we graph it. It's got 2 eyes. It's a weird looking word. Okay, categorizing them. Questions with how we did that? Do those next 3 on your own right now, please. Check your work real quick. It should be pretty straightforward. Cardioid, limacon without a loop because 2 is bigger than 1, and with a loop because 2 is less than 5.